This one is from our boy Martin. This is what he had to say. Tell CJ I said My Hero got a better ending than Naruto for me.
That's facts. That's just straight facts.
I think y'all being a little biased because it just ended.
Why you think it's facts?
My Hero ended a while back. The anime just ended. I still think it's better than Naruto.
Elaborate.
In Naruto, I felt like Kishimoto wrote himself into a corner with Madara. He didn't have a good resolution for him. He introduced a last-minute twist villain that didn't have any relation to the other characters. The issues between Naruto and Sasuke, I don't feel like were ever really properly addressed. I feel like it's like a slap on the wrist in comparison to what he really tried to do was murder everybody for no reason. He's just going to be on the outskirts, the Shadow Hokage. We're just not going to really address... That man needs to be under the prison, bro. In my opinion.
Kai dropping 3. CJ, what you got?
I'm just saying, at least in My Hero, all of the questions were at least reasonably addressed. The main villain was defeated in a way that felt like it was consistent with the world building led up to that point. You can argue some of the things could have been done better, but I felt like they tied up everything at least. Where Naruto, I felt like there was a lot of plot holes, which I know you agree with. First of all, I think a lot of that was contrived. Or we don't really have a good solution for this, so fixed. I'm just like, that's one of the issues I have.
I'll give you that. Naruto did have a couple plot holes towards the end where a lot of people didn't like the fact that Kaguya came out of nowhere and she wasn't really built up to be a villain, whereas Madara has been for the entire series. For to say that it had a better ending, that brings me into the question of when did Naruto really end? Because you have Naruto, the last movie, you have when the series ended. The last was supposed to be a continuation of that, where Naruto gets married and the whole thing with Hinata. Do I think the ending of Naruto fell off a little bit? I could agree with that. It did. To say that My Hero has a better ending, bro, you're pissing a lot of Naruto fans.
This is where I put it. I think Naruto ending had the better fights, the better hype, and everything. Story-wise, from what Ty's saying, he has a few points.
He does have.
He has a few points. Yeah. I feel like Naruto's ending was there was just so much more. The fights didn't disappoint. I didn't feel too much like when I felt like Bakugo should have died.
Yeah,
he didn't.
I dropped the manga.
Or when they had a chance to do with what Naruto did with Jiraiya with All Might, they lingered All Might on. Even when I was reading the manga, I was like, this is good, this is good. There was Bakugo did come clutch. I did love that moment. In the manga and in the anime, he came clutch. So it was almost like 2 villains at the end. Bakugo was to take care of one, and Deku was too. So I feel like the writer was making them share the spotlight in a way. At the end, it came to Shigaraki. I did like how they used the mental warfare through the family that passed on to Shigaraki. There was a little more deeper with the ending. Whereas, like you said, with Naruto, there was a couple things you kind of just scrap Madara with these other dudes that just came in out of nowhere. Well, so I could see I'm in a little dilemma. I'm gonna stick with my OGs and stick with Naruto.
I'm gonna go on what you were just saying about the deeper meaning though of My Hero. They talk about mental. I think Naruto give that deeper meaning about friendship on the side of Naruto chasing a friend who wants to go down the route of Sasuke. If Naruto doesn't do that,
Naruto fight was pretty dope.
It's a pretty. I think we get the biggest moment of Sasuke sitting there here in tears and stuff like that, saying "You saved me" and stuff like that. It does give you that deep moment as well too, because we even